2 months ago, my wife and I were talking about how this COVID-19 pandemic could even have been estimated or predicted. This is uncharted territory on so many levels. We imagined that there was a mad scientist that created a report, or was it this consensus of hundreds of scientists with many computer models? My wife and I imagined one guy, one person that caused trillions of dollars worth of destruction and sent the world into a frenzy. In the United States alone, it was predicted that 2.5 million people will die, and there's nothing we can do to stop the virus. Nothing. Perhaps 2.5 million Americans would die in 1 or 2 months. This coronavirus would overwhelm the hospitals and medical staff. This is bad. This is very bad. Once again, we cannot stop the virus, they said. 81% of Americans would definitely get COVID-19, and 2.5 million people will die. There's nothing we can do except slow the death rate to stop the surge. Meet Dr. Neil Ferguson of the prestigious Imperial College of London. This university is ranked one of the very best universities in the United Kingdom and the 9th best in the world. This university is dedicated to science and medicine. The best world researchers and scientists come from the Imperial College. Dr. Neil Ferguson is the scientist with the perpetually flawed research on COVID-19. He is the mad scientist. One guy. He is extremely respected, or was extremely well respected. By the way, he is now a disgraced scientist because of COVID-19 and a few other factors. Originally, Britain had decided to follow Sweden's lead and just do social distancing to acquire herd immunity. The policy was going well, until that fateful day, March 16th, when Dr. Ferguson delivered a 20-page report from a 15-year-old software program that he had created. Gave it to Boris Johnson, the UK's Prime Minister. This report said herd immunity was not going to work. Never mind, it's working in Sweden. He gave a high-level speech insisting that 510,000 British citizens would die from COVID-19, and all they could do is slow the death rate by shutting down England. Yes, shut down all of England, and they did. The newspapers immediately called Dr. Neil Ferguson Professor Lockdown. The United States, France, and Germany followed suit, all because of Dr. Neil Ferguson's predictions. One guy, one mad scientist. The world prediction was 40 million people would die. The actual number as of June the 11th, 2020 is 400,025. Germany, 3.4 million Germans would die. As of June 11th, 8,851. Once again, United States, 2.5 million. As of this date, 115,351. 327 million people in America, 81% infected rate. United Kingdom, 510,000. 41,279 people have died in the UK. Sweden, 100,000 would die. Currently, 4,814. The country that did not lock down. France, 29,346 people have died. Are those numbers accurate? Can we even believe the death count? Here's an example. In the United States, approximately on average, 4,500 people die every month from the flu. And other respiratory diseases, 13,000 die every month. So approximately 17,000 people die each and every month. Those numbers happen to be way down these last couple of months. But back to the mad scientist, Dr. Neil Ferguson. He has been wrong so often that some of his fellow modelers call him the master of disaster. Examples. In 2002, Dr. Neil Ferguson predicted that by 2008, up to 150,000 people could die from exposure of mad cow disease. In the UK, there was 177 deaths, costing billions of dollars to the UK. Another prediction, SARS, 2003. Unfruitful was his prediction. 2005, Dr. Ferguson predicted that up to 200 million people could be killed from the bird flu. In the end, 282 people died worldwide. 200 million people expected to die, 282 actually died. In 2009, the government estimated, based on Ferguson's advice, that a reasonably worst-case scenario was that the swine flu, which is H1N1, would lead to 65,000 British subjects dying. In the end, the swine flu killed 457 people. Ebola and Zika, 2014, again, wildly wrong. Ferguson admitted that his Imperial College model of COVID-19 disease was based on undocumented and unproven 15-year-old computer code. It was intended to be used on a possible flu pandemic rather than a coronavirus. The chief scientist for the European Center of Disease Control called Ferguson's model the most influential scientific paper. He also said it was sadly one of the most wrong. Tesla's Elon Musk on Ferguson's work, absurdly fake science. Ferguson's excuse: I much prefer to be accused of overreacting than underreacting. I don't have a crystal ball. Wow, just wow. So the real scandal is, why did the world ever listen to Dr. Neil Ferguson? Why? My name is Tim Linger, and thanks for listening.